Hello friends, sorry I haven't posted any videos lately. I've been down with the flu and not over it yet. It's going on about 2 weeks now, and I'm in the latter stages of it, let's just say that. But I ain't been doing a whole lot in the shop due to not feeling well. Anyway, we got a few items in I want to go ahead and share with you while we had the chance today. I got a card from Larry in Ashland, Kentucky, and this was my first Christmas card that was sent in from Larry, and it says, "Season greetings and best wishes for a new year. Thank you for your repair videos on YouTube. Merry Christmas," from Larry. And thank you very much, Larry. I did get several more, but the wife got a hold of them and she had them up in the house, so this was the only one, since it was the first one that I brought out to the shop. Well, we got two more items on the bench here that we'll open up and take a look at, and these were donated items. So the first item is an infant Tom over in Westchester, Ohio, and as you can see, it's an FT-747. He also supplied the microphone, the power cord, and the operator's manual. And this was donated to me by Tom. And Tom, I sure appreciate it. It's a very nice looking radio, and I've already hooked it up and checked it out, and she works like a charm. Now, the 747 is probably one of your basic as it can get radio. There's not a lot of bells and whistles in it. It is all mode. It does have drive control, but there's no keyer built into it. So it's about as plain as you can get. But these make excellent field day radios. They don't draw a whole lot of amperage like some of the other radios, and they're just good, great working radios. And I'm planning on probably using this one to donate out from time to time. I have people come to me needing a radio here and there, and on occasions I've loaned out my 2000. I never loan out none of my tube rigs just for general purposes. Tube rig don't like to be moved around a lot, and expensive as the 2000 is, I hate letting it run out and stay gone anytime. So this is probably what I'll be doing with this radio. But it's a great looking radio, and Tom, I sure appreciate it. This will make it a fine addition to the shop. Next on the bench is a radio that was shipped in from Steve up in, I think, Alberta, Canada. And Steve donated this radio to us, and it is the Yaesu FT-757GX. Also supplied microphone, power cable, user manual, and technical supplement. It's always good to get all the stuff when someone sends something in like this. It's usually you don't even, you can go online and buy radios and you won't even get the microphone with them. But both of these guys supplied everything needed for the radio, so that makes it real nice. Steve did tell me that the radio had some problems, and it was acting flaky back when he last tried to use it, and someone else had worked on it and done a few things to it. So I've checked the radio out. It does come on, and it has no transmit, no receive. We do have noise in the speaker, which is a a good start. So I think he said he hasn't used it since the 90s. So anything can happen to a radio setting over time. The VFO knob was bent a little bit. I think USPS used it for football a couple of times, but it was packaged pretty well, so I don't think it really damaged a whole lot. But other than that, it looks pretty good. Other than fixed the knob and that working fine. But once again, we get a repair video out of this in the future. I've already got another one of these on the bench now that I'm working on. from time to time from another guy that has thought it was the CPU issue, but it doesn't seem that. I don't think that's what it is. It may be something else. So we'll be getting some repair videos out of these 757s. Anyway, I really appreciate it, Steve. It's a nice, fine looking radio. One thing you don't never see is the rubber feet on the side, and you know that's for setting the radio on the side. Most of them are already broke off and gone at this date and time, but nice to see that they're on there. Appreciate it very much, Steve. And sometimes just when you think everything is going great, everyone remember the nice new computer that John sent in. We're right down the last day of Christmas break. I left the computer running and come back to the shop and found that it was frozen. And when we rebooted it, come to find out that the hard drive died. So
I don't see a triple or anything.
It happens, you know. I had to put a new drive in it, reload Windows, and a few little programs here and there, but it's back up and running like it should be. And it's always a good idea, guys, if you're using your computer in the shop as, you know, a file server, to hold all your schematics. Don't store them on the hard drive. I learned this the last time the computer crashed.
I don't see anywhere in here
Toshiba 1 terabyte drive. I have two of these that's running on this machine. There's one behind it and there's one there to the side, and I can take this one on the go with me. But that's where I store all my files, so that, you know, keeps from having to load all the software and all the schematics and stuff back on the computer hard drive. Been sitting here past little while watching Mark over on his YouTube channel, working on some PLL issues on a Cobra 29. He's having a fun time. Well, guys, it's been a few days since I shot the beginning of this video. My throat just couldn't take it and started coughing, so I just had to quit. And we done had snow and ice since then, and hope everybody here on the East Coast enjoyed that. We probably got a 1/4 inch of snow on top of a good inch and a half of pure ice here. It was kind of terrible. Couple of days, 7 degrees Fahrenheit here, so you know, it's cold for this part of the country. So I know a lot of y'all out there are used to this stuff, but here on the East Coast it just shuts everything down. Anyway, we got a Collins KWM-2A here on the bench, and no, this wasn't donated. I wish it was, but this is actually in for repair. But it's beautiful, these radios. I just always like to show them, you know, when they come in. And the complaint with this one is, went to tune it up and it didn't want to tune up right. It was only about half power, and when he looked in, he didn't see the one of the final tubes were not lighting up. And you know, that could be something as simple as a corroded pins on the tube, or tube socket could be you know, has some tarnish on it keeping it from working. So thought we'd just look at it right quick just to verify what he was saying. Okay, I pulled the cover off the high voltage compartment where the tubes are in the PA cage, and guys, let me go ahead and stress this point to you. Danger, 800 volts. This doesn't mean, you know, to stick your fingers in there. There's high voltage on the top of those tubes as we speak. So if you're playing along at home, you're doing so at your own risk. We'll get a look inside the radio though, and see all the tubes, see which ones are glowing. And you can see I got the lights down so we can see them. All the tubes are glowing pretty here. We can see the driver and one of the finals are lit, and sure enough, this tube is not lighting up. So what I'm going to do is turn this off. I'll let the voltage bleed off of it, and we'll see, can't we clean those pins and see if that'll bring this back up. I've cleaned the pins on the tube and the sockets, and we still don't have filament lighting on this one tube. So I put the tube in the tester, and you can see the filament does light. So for some reason we're not getting filament voltage on this one tube under the radio. Since we still don't have filament voltage after cleaning, checking all that, we're going to have to get this radio poured out of the cabinet and get it here on the bench and find out why it's not getting filament voltage to that tube. Unfortunately, I'm not going to do it today. It's already late in the day and I'm not feeling very well, very weak, no energy, so we'll have to get that on the next video. Still have a ton of other things that we're working on. Still working on the 101s. I got some more parts ordered for a TS50 that I'm working on with no power out for Chuck. I had to order the driver chip for the TXRX board, so waiting on that to come in. And I got my tubes in for the fender, and as you can see, we got some Tunstall tubes all the way from Russia. Russia. They're a pretty good brand of tube. Nice little 12AX7 here, and the owner went ahead and ordered them, and he dropped them off to me. I don't know if y'all can see that or not with the glare in here. Made in Russia. The best that Russia has to offer. And we have all 6 V6 GTs. And as you can see, made in Russia. Nice looking tube. So I'm waiting on my capacitors to come in, and as soon as the capacitors get here, we'll go ahead and get all that installed and test it out. Then we'll get the new tubes in it, get it sounding right. Still have not received my logic analyzer from China. I received the other stuff over 3 weeks ago, but the logic analyzer has not come in yet. So, and talking with Mark, he said he's had seen a month and a half for those to arrive. So anyway, a lot going on, and the next video will be on getting in here and finding out why the Collins don't want to fire up like it should. Anyway, I'd like to hear your comments down below. Hope everyone's well, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye now. Anyway guys, even Shopcat knows what time it is. It's rib time. Good old North Carolina pork barbecue. Yum yum. Even when you're sick, they're still good.